Vargas manages to stick a right hand to the body. Vargas continues to block Mayweather's left hook with his right hand.
Vargas' defense is very intelligent. He knows that he cannot cope with the speed of Mayweather, so as soon as he sees Mayweather starting to approach with the flyweight punches, he just merely puts both his hands up for whatever.
Because like a lot of brilliant young stars who can do most of what they want to in the ring, Mayweather doesn't throw to the body all that much.
No, he's not a body puncher, and the fact that Vargas is not a very good upper body movement fighter himself, he doesn't move his body too much.
Vargas was able to land the counter left hand.
He basically just puts his hands up to protect himself. But it's going to be very interesting at this point. I'm kind of surprised that Mayweather seemingly have not been able to figure out how to penetrate through the defense of Vargas. And that's mainly attributed to the fact that he's not that much of an effective body puncher.
That's right. And you can see the calm professionalism of Vargas in the face of all this. I mean, he's been in against quicker fighters before.
That's true. And at this stage, Mayweather
corner of Mayweather, his father telling him, go to the body and then go upstairs with that kind of hook, body punch hook combination.
That was the good advice you were referring to, Emmanuel?
Yes, what his father's telling him, throw the punch to the head first to make him take his elbows up, and then just hit him to the body because he won't be able to see it. But Vargas is fighting a good fight in the fact he's picking his punches off, and if he attacks Mayweather after blocking Mayweather's punches, I think he will be more effective than if he leaves. Because after Mayweather finishes his punches off, then his body's in an upright position, whereas Vargas can come back, I think, and it'll be much safer for him at that time to attack also.
There's a red spot on the bridge of Vargas's nose.
Good example right there. He blocked the punch and then punched after blocking the punch instead of trying to lead first.
Vargas still picking off a lot of Mayweather's shots with his hands, but as Emmanuel Stewart pointed out in round one, unable to fire back while being occupied defensively. And incidentally, that's Vargas's father who speaks to him between rounds in the corner. The language barrier robs us of the chance to listen to Joe Goosen, one of the more entertaining corner by corner or round by round trainers in the sport.
Definitely. That's once again a sample of speed. He cannot be that effective offensive. But Mayweather is not able to penetrate, which is interesting. And he still is not following instructions of his father, which is to punch to the head first to make him take his arms up, and then the punch to the body.
Vargas trying to stick the left hand to the body, now tries it again. Obviously Vargas hoping to get to the body a little bit in the early rounds and maybe rob Mayweather of some of the foot speed.
Mayweather's changing his style now. He's trying to lean in closer where he can minimize the amount of time that Vargas can have to time his punches. He's trying to lean in and punch at a much shorter distance.
Now Vargas becomes the stalker and backs Mayweather against the ropes. And tries to do it again. Latin American segment of the crowd chanting Goyo, Goyo, Goyo. Trying to give Vargas a little incentive. Mayweather with a right hand lead blocked. Left hook is blocked.
And if you notice, Mayweather, even though he moves as if he's a flashy boxer, he doesn't really box. He very seldom shoots effective jabs. He basically pauses with the jab and loads up with flurries or combinations of punches. But he doesn't really move around boxing. He has the movements of a boxer, but he doesn't box.
I think his most effective punch against this one is the right hand lead.
That's
And you have to hit him. Don't fake it, throw it.
So far, Mayweather has been very good with his speed, avoiding punches. He's been less successful taking the offense, using any aggression to make something happen so far. He's a very bright young man. Maybe he'll have something figured out soon.
Round 3 begins. Go ahead, Emmanuel.
I think it would be effective if Mayweather would start fighting Vargas a little closer, because even though Vargas is a smaller fighter, his punches are much wider and he has such a loop room, and if he would fight him at a much closer range, I think he would catch him while he's throwing a wide punch.
And I think he's trying to close the distance right now.
Yes, I think he needs to settle in and fight him a lot closer.
He has stepped in a half a step and now tries to begin reaching for Vargas's body.
Well, I just don't see that Mayweather wants to get in close at all. I think he wants to avoid contact. That's the type of fighter he is. Use his speed as his big advantage so that he doesn't get hit. His first priority is not to get hit. You heard that the name of the game is hit and don't be hit. His priority is don't be hit and then hit.
Go all in, punch your way out.
Well, I can definitely say this. It's been a much more difficult fight than I think he is expected and was prepared for.
Right hand lead lands there.
Well, he found something right there.
But he still has not been able to land a very devastating punch. That was more of a punch that the guy don't see yet, but it doesn't knock you down or knock you out.
Yeah, just an arm punch.
Yes. At this point, he's not been...
He may have to satisfy himself with that for a while.
Well, the fact that this man is closing the gap on him and being more effective and being very physical when he gets inside on him means that he's going to have to find some method of doing something different. Otherwise, the fight, he will win the fight probably, but he may not have the impressive victory and performance that he's looking for.
Good hard right hand counter by Vargas as he slipped it over the top of Mayweather's right hand.
That's true.
You've said about Lennox Lewis that to really be an outstanding champion, you have to be passionate and aggressive. Do you see either or both of those qualities in Mayweather?
Mayweather right now is having, to me, the first solid fight that I've seen fight as a professional. I'm surprised at some of the performance of Vargas, but at this stage right now, I've saw tremendous speed, tremendous natural talent, but the other qualities, I don't think he's been put to the test where he could actually be rated on those levels.
There's a right hand lead that lands over the top.
And this is the way I would like to see him fight more. Even though he's got, better boxing skills, I think I would have him to fight him a little closer, because I think his punches would get off much faster. And he would catch Vargas while he's in the process of trying to deliver a punch.
Well, to a certain degree, you would say, as long as he's not really serious about his jab, why box? He could be a tremendous boxer. Begins. Floyd Mayweather Jr. landed 14 out of 50 punches by CompuBox numbers in round 3. Vargas 10 out of 33. Mayweather 17 of 74 in the jab department, as Emmanuel Stewart told you. More often than not, he paused with the jab rather than sticking it in there with authority. There's a good quick left hook by Mayweather, partially blocked by Vargas. Vargas chasing Mayweather to the corner, trying to get to the body. Mayweather hits him with the right hand inside. I think Vargas would like to make it a brawl if he could get at Mayweather.
He's trying to make it a brawl because his speed is just so slow. But at this stage right now, I don't think that Mayweather's hurt him at all in the entire fight. In between rounds, he seemed to be extremely relaxed, very comfortable. And I think it has to make it being possibly a long fight for Mayweather.
Also, he's throwing one punch at a time.
Well, can't get a combination because his man's defense is so...
Well, but he doesn't want to commit to it. He doesn't want to stand in there and commit.
And the blood begins flowing from that cut near the top of Vargas's left temple. Cut is actually behind the temple, I believe, in the hairline.
It's not a threat to his vision.
Shouldn't be.
No.
Shouldn't be a factor in the fight.
Good body punch.
Rare body punch by Mayweather. Like a lot of fighters who are super fast on their feet, Floyd Mayweather often throws punches without having his feet set.
That's true. He seems to be settling down now and fighting a much better fight now, much more relaxed.
You're holding. Break.
say hello to Emanuel Stewart between punches there. Did he say anything beyond hello, Manny? Just kind of happy to see you here?
When did you first see him with a pair of gloves on, man?
I think he was about 6 years old. But he's probably been boxing about 3 years or 4 years before that.
You saw Floyd land 2 quick right hands. And now Vargas gets him where he wants him.
Looks like he's got him where Mayweather wants him.
Yeah, but he's not effective right now, but it's good for the crowd.
Well, and it gives Vargas a chance to land a few